Hello, you're watching ERi-TV English News Broadcast live from our headquarters in Asmara. I'm Hamid Berhat. Let's first get the top stories that are making headlines today. One patient has been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 and this is cleared out today. Effort to expand social service provision. Australia official in Solomon Islands amid China worries. Death toll reaches 259 in KwaZulu-Natal floods. We have an announcement from the Ministry of Health. One patient has been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 and tests carried out today at a testing station in the Central region. On the other hand, one patient who has been receiving medical treatment in hospital has recovered fully and has been discharged from the facility. The total number of recovered patients has accordingly increased to 9,626, while the number of deaths stands at 103. The total number of confirmed cases in the country to date has increased to 9,733. Ministry of Health, Asmara, 13 April 2022. The administrator of Gahtelai Semi-Urban Center, Mr. Zersanai Gaim, reported that effort is being exerted to expand potable water, electricity, as well as health services to the public, indicating that a new generator has been installed and the installment of water pipes is underway. Mr. Zersanai said that water distribution center is under construction to enable the newly regrouped families in Gahtelai. Mr. Zersanai went on to say that 40% of the installment of electricity in the semi-urban center has so far completed. In the same vein, at an activity assessment meeting conducted in Ginda, the administrator of the subzone, Mr. Umar Yahya, commending the strong participation of the residents in all the charted out development programs called for reinforced participation of the public and controlling students' school dropout, underage marriages, and to strengthen the tripartite relations between students, parents, and teachers for the development of teaching-learning process. The participants conducted extensive discussion on the report, presented and adopted various recommendations. The health station in Ingerne administrative area, Alcorter subzone besides health service provision, is significantly contributing in raising the awareness of the public on health-related issues. Nurse Thomas Kuku, head of the health station, said that this health station alongside regular health service is engaged in raising the awareness of the public to reinforce participation in environmental sanitation activities with a view to control the prevalence of communicable diseases. Nurse Thomas went on to say that the health station is providing commendable pre- and post-natal treatment, maternity and child service, health service, regular vaccination programs, delivery service, as well as emergency health service. Nurse Thomas also called for addressing the ambulance problem and waiting room for pregnant women. Ingerne Health Station provides health service to residents of the administrative areas of Ingerne, Alibanai and Degase. Seminar on developing the understanding of tourism and natural resources has been organized to secondary students in the port city of Asab. Mr. Abdullah Hizam, head of research and follow-up of tourism resources in this region, said that the southern Red Sea region is bordering with 3 countries and possesses over 60 islands and that has big tourism attraction. Pointing out that the sea coast of the region is rich in marine resources including sea turtles, peerless mangrove trees, variety of birds and others, Mr. Abdullah called on the students to fully understand of the resources and play due part in their conservation and development. The students on their part expressed that such seminars have significant contribution in the development of their understanding of the rich tourism and natural resources in their areas, called for organizing similar seminars in all schools in the region. We will be back with international news. Stay tuned. An Australian government minister has arrived in the Solomon Islands for talks amid concern about a proposed security agreement between the Pacific Islands nation and China. Minister for International Development and the Pacific landed in Honiara for 2 days of meetings with the support of Australia's main opposition, Labour Party. He said the 2-day visit would further strengthen Australia's relationship with Solomon Islands. A spokesperson for Solomon Islands Prime Minister told the AFP news agency for the Pacific nations leader would love to meet the Australian minister in Honiara. A proposed ascent shock waves through the Pacific when it was leaked last month. Australia, New Zealand, the US, and some Pacific Islands neighbors have all criticized the agreement, which would allow China's security and naval deployments to the Solomon Islands as undermining regional stability. The death toll resulting from intense rainfall in the eastern coastal South African province of KwaZulu-Natal has risen to 259, officials have said. The rains, which began on Monday night, flooded settlements, ravaged homes, swept away roads, and displaced dozens. In a statement on Wednesday, the provincial government, which confirmed the number of dead, said the fatalities could rise further. Disaster management teams were evacuating people in areas where mudslides occurred and where buildings had collapsed, the province's Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs has said on Tuesday. The rains in KwaZulu-Natal also flooded a dam beyond capacity, making it impossible to operate a hydroelectric generator at power utility Eskom. The South African Weather Service declined to attribute the current spate of rainfall to climate change but said such heavy rain events could become more common. Before we close for today's news, let's have a recap of the headlines tonight. One patient has been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 and test is carried out today. Effort to expand social service provision. Australia official in Solomon Islands amid China worries. Death toll reaches 259 in KwaZulu-Natal floods. That was all for today's news. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.